Hello everyone, and welcome to my first top 10. It's cliche, it's my opinion, and everybody does it. But you know what? If I didn't do it, then everybody wouldn't do it. So anyway, 2016 was a big year. A lot of games. A lot of games. A lot of games that I didn't get to play. A lot of games I haven't finished. But I'm going to kind of prefix this as I hadn't played it yet. Well, obviously if it was 2016 I didn't get to play it yet. But there were games that I hadn't played from years back that are like maybe out now and stuff like that. But okay, let me just get that all out of the way. It's my opinion. You have your own opinion. But hey, we're going to have fun with this. So for runners up, these are ones that I really... They were close. They were close. I love them, and you should check them out. Okay, so I already said Ark. I love Ark. It came out last year, maybe even 2014. Still in the beta, but it came out for the PlayStation just this month. 2016. What month is it? What year is it? What year is it? No, Ark's a great game if you like survival games and dinosaurs and building and stuff like that. It can be frustrating at times. Take your time with it because it's a very unforgiving game. However, Ark is awesome. Killer Instinct Season 3. I'm not going to put anything that had like new updates and stuff on the actual top 10, but obviously Season 3 of Killer Instinct was new, so that was fun. It's one of my favorite fighting games. That's why I bought an Xbone, and it's a really good game. Attack on Titan. So this game, it's a Muso game. You go around, you go and fight and do a whole bunch of stuff, and after you kill a whole bunch of things, you go to the next level and do the same thing again. In big areas, you have to run to the next place, you have to save a couple people, kill a couple people, stuff like that. And Attack on Titan, and it was a really good game. Just not good enough for me to make the top 10. This is an old game, 2012. Transformers Fall of Cybertron came out this year on Xbone and PS4. If you've never played this game, it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite Transformers game to date. Devastation is good, but this is a good game. You should take a look at it. Dragon Quest Builders. Another building game, I know. But, hear me out, this one was really good. I have not beaten it yet because it started getting frustrating. And because of those reasons, it didn't make the list. Everyone played Pokemon Go. It's Pokemon Go. Go out, play Pokemon. Or you can be like the people at my work who just cheat and like get some sort of location device where you get to load the app up and be anywhere and cheat. That's not fun. And lastly for the runner-ups is Pokken. It's a Pokemon game. It's a fighting game. I spent probably too much time with it playing as Gardevoir the whole time. No, that game is really fun. If you have a Wii U, I recommend at least renting it because... also if you're a Pokemon fan, you should rent it too because it's kind of a good game. So with that, runner-ups and sadness aside, we will now get to Kyle's top 10. Number 10, Monster Hunter Generations. Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Generations is a great game. And it is so content. I can say this. Content filled. It's got so much stuff in it. Almost every single like monster to date. A lot from Monster Hunter 4 were missing in this game. However, it's got more monsters made. Some of the best fighting in the series. It's just, I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, I bought every single Monster Hunter that's come out in the US since Monster Hunter 1. This one is amazing. It's a time sink. It's a grind. But you know what? It is a great game. New styles added a whole new depth into the game, and new just areas, old areas that have been remastered and redone and made for the new jumping and verticality styles. Just that game was amazing. I loved it. It was awesome. 3DS, but hey, if you have a 3DS, go get it, because man, Monster Hunter Generations was amazing. Number 9, Inside. So, Inside, it's a game. This is a short game. It's low on the list because it's still kind of, I think it's $15, $20, maybe even $10. I don't know where else you can get it, but I know that it's on PS4, Xbone, Steam. The game is amazing because of the simple puzzle mechanics and the story. The story has no words throughout the whole game. I can't really complain about anything. And like the very end of it is just so crazy. If you wanna just watch a whole playthrough, I'm gonna do a shameless self-promotion. I already played through it. Look at the channel. But seriously, if you just play through this game, it's crazy, fun puzzle platformer game, and the story that it weaves for you is just pretty amazing. Number 8, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. So we're going to get into slightly controversial topics, I guess. Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I have not beaten this game. However, I am a big Digimon fan. He's always on my desk. Digimon Cyber Sleuth has put together some of my favorite Digimon games. It puts together the fighting of Digimon World 3 mixed with the combat styles and evolutions of Digimon World 2. Cyber Sleuth was only for the Vita and the PS4, digital only. No, this game is amazing because it's all my nostalgia of old Digimon mixed with all the Digimon that I've watched since then, and it's kind of cool to see all these Digimon again with evolutions, and the evolutions path on all these just so good. It's a very good turn-based RPG, and if you have any inkling to have a good long game, you can't go wrong with Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Number 7, Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is the first game that I bought with my PS4. Played through the story mode. More shameless self-promotion if you want to watch. I got that game. It's the first one I got when I had access to a PS4. I love fighting games. I'm not the best at them. However, I do love them a lot. Street Fighter V is amazing. It's a great game. Lots of content coming out. More now. And just, it's Street Fighter. It's one of the first, to say first is, it's one of the first good fighting games that I ever played in my life. And playing through 5 was just, it's what I wanted in a fighting game. It's fast, fluid, and just Hadouken. Number 6, Abzu. Abzu. Holy cow. Yeah, you might be seeing a trend. I've played a lot of these games this year on the channel, but I have to say, Abzu was kind of breathtaking. I really did love the old game Journey. And it's not the same company, but it's the people who made Journey making more or less Journey underwater. However, the game took turns that I never saw coming. It's a beautiful game. It's a story-driven game. Once again, kind of like Inside, you could beat it real easily. and it's not really that challenging. But if you love beautiful, nice flowing games with good story still, and some action and some good stuff, I mean, Abzu was amazing for me. And it was also one of the earliest games I played for the PS4, and just, it was... that ending. Do yourself a favor and get this game, because it was really fun. Number 5, Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls. Was it the invention of Get Good, the game? No. That belongs to Demon Souls. My text notification is a parry. That was not scripted. That's kind of awesome. Anywho. Dark Souls 3 came out this year, and holy cow, is it just... people don't like it because it's too easy. Go away. It's a fun game. New mechanics, the FP bar, and just all sorts of different stuff. New styles, like the game lets you have way more customization in terms of what you should do, what you can go. And I still haven't beaten the game, only because a dog shaking its collar. No, only because I haven't beaten it, because I ended up getting the PS4, and I got a new version of it now for PS4. I started this for the channel, and coming soon, the resurrection of Crowdo. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So yes, Dark Souls is a very tough game. It's very rough, and if you think that it gets too hard, just the thought of when you quit, that's the end of your character. Your character is now hollowed. You've given up. You have nothing left. Don't go hollow, my friends. Number 4, Titanfall 2. Oh boy. Just, these last ones are going to be rough. Rough for me. Only because they're all good. Titanfall 2. Holy cow. I did not do any sort of presentation slash video game playing of this on the channel aside from a couple nights of multiplayer. But don't worry about that. This story mode. As you can tell, a lot of these are for story mode, but you know what? Stories are amazing. I love them. I tell them a lot, and I love to experience them. The story mode for this game is one of the best story modes I've played for a first-person shooter almost ever. If not, it is my favorite story mode for a first-person shooter. Just amazing. The relationship that you end up getting for these characters, even the robot, B3 is amazing. I said B3. It's BT. BT is amazing. It's just like the character development is good. The main character can be kind of like, okay, yeah, he's just gung-ho guy, but you know what? Just the story, the mechanics behind the story, just the fighting that you get to do, and like the different, like, they introduce something new to you right then and there, and then by the time that you think you might get bored of it, it's gone. And now you're like, holy cow, that was a great chapter. You keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and then like just the only reason why it's so low is because the other games are so high. So Titanfall 2, it has a very bad rap because it was put in right by Battlefield 1, which, spoilers, it's not on my list. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a great game. Multiplayer is amazing. Customization's amazing. I highly recommend it. Go for it. Prepare for Titanfall. It's a cliche list. Oh well. Number 3. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. They're kind of the same game. Don't hurt me. It's number 3. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Holy cow. It's a game that is just like the hype that I had for this game is just overwhelming. If you watched our podcasts, we ended up talking about almost every week something new about Pokemon, a new mechanic, the Z moves, the Ultra Beasts, just everything that's new with this game. That looks amazing, and holy cow, this game is so packed. I'm still not done with it. I'm still playing it because it's Pokemon. Of course, there's so much crap in this game. I say that lovingly because I love Pokemon. I've loved it for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. But still, just... I personally have Sun. Moon is, I hear, good because my wife has it. Get either one that you want. They're both very cool games. Highly recommend it. If you have any person who has any sort of inkling of old Pokemon nostalgia, I've had friends at work who haven't played Pokemon for 20 years, 16 years, I don't know. They dropped off after Red and Blue, and they are playing it, and they're still playing it. It's a great game. Rowlet is best starter, and I will fight you over that. Number 2. Final Fantasy 15. This one hurt. This one hurt real bad. Final Fantasy 15 is a game that I wanted to be number 1 for me on my list of 2016. I've waited for this game for 10 years. I was a very big Final Fantasy fan of just any game. 7 is my favorite game ever. Please remake. Please remake. Be good. Please be good. As far as 15 goes, though, I have not had this much fun with a Final Fantasy in a long time. Probably since 10. And when you think about it, it's a little crazy to think that there are 15 plus just main franchise games of Final Fantasy. And should it be that many? Sure, they're all different stories, except for continuations. That aside, Final Fantasy 15 is a game that I was afraid to play because I had hyped it up in my mind so much. I did not want this game to be bad. I couldn't want it to be bad. In the end, it kind of let me down. Not to say that you shouldn't buy this game. It's number 2 on my list. 4 reasons. The reason that I love this game so much is because the bond that you make with these characters. Each one has its own just like personality that you connect with. You have the big brother, you have the guardian type who is watching over everybody. You have the smart one, but he's also compassionate and also caring for the well-being of everybody else. You have the funny joker, and he's just there to try to lighten the mood up, even when it's not something that can be lightened up so easily. And then you have the main character, the protagonist, the story of a man or a boy becoming a man, and you can tell he's lived a very cush life, and he's lived very well off for himself, not having to do stuff, not having to worry about stuff, and now the weight of the world is almost literally on his shoulders, resting on him, and you see this through the story. There are recommendations I want to give if you want this game. Watch Kingsglaive. Watch the anime. Play the Platinum Demo. Platinum Demo is free. The anime is on YouTube for free. Kingsglaive can be rented for a low price on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever you want to play it on. These are all things that are precursors that gave me a better time with this game. Like the anime shows you the bond and the reason why all these characters care for the main character Noctis. The Platinum Demo tells you of stories and gets you into this stuff, and you see that it's all a dreamscape just to find out this is Noctis's childhood, and the reason why it's a dream is because he's from a coma. In a coma. Anywho, then Kingsglaive tells you very specific things about the story after chapter 1, if you really want to watch and figure out what happens, which is way bigger than the game gives you, Kingsglaive should be watched after chapter 1 of the game, just so you know what happens. This game was phenomenal. It was great. The ending fell short. And the reason why I'm trying to say that is only because I felt kind of let down towards the end. The finale is good. The finale is awesome. The lead up to it, though, is a little muddled, and you can tell. That said, this game almost made number 1. There's only one reason why number 1 is number 1. Here's why. Number 1, Wait a second. Number 1, Overwatch. That's a much better picture.
I've got you in my sights.
So, Overwatch. Holy cow. I have never played a game this much. It consumes me. And I can't help but think, holy cow, what a great game. Blizzard knows how to do stuff. They know how to take my money because they put out a new skin that I really, really need. I don't need it, but I want it real bad. But no, this game is... It's number 1 for the reason of it's a game that I can't put down. I can't put it down because it's just so easily accessible. If I want to play for a couple hours, if I want to play for a couple matches, each one caters to what I need for just me playing a game. And it's just to play with my friends, to play with random people, to play with new friends, to recommend to old friends. This game is just so much of a fun game and something that I wanted to play. It's a first-person shooter. It's nothing new. And if for those people who always say it's a carbon copy of Team Fortress, yes, it is a class-based shooter game. However, the characters, the reason why I love this game is story that is not told. Same reason for Dark Souls. They tell you the story through actions, through talking, through movies. Holy cow, these animations that you could just find anywhere. Look up Overwatch animations and you will see some of the best quality animations. Of course, it's Blizzard. Blizzard makes a good movie. Unless they try making a real movie, then they don't do too hot. But no, these animations gave life to this game of, to be honest, a pretty lacking game. There's no story mode. There's no single player aside from a training mode. And the thing is, though, all these characters have such life, such personality, such just endearing reasons to, like, say, hey, here's a robot that turns into a turret. But he might just so happen to be the last of the mass-produced robot killers. However, he's developed compassion and wants to not fight anymore and has developed a bond with a bird. Oh, okay. Let's just take May for an example. She's a girl who everybody hates because she is, you know, kind of a girl who just is bubbly a lot and freezes people and shoots them in the head with icicles. I don't know. I like her a lot. She has a backstory of an environmentalist that when stuff was going down, you see she goes into a cryostasis with all of her colleagues just to find out she's the only one who survives after so long of cryosleep. Yet she's still positive and wants to save the world. You start the whole match of the world is worth fighting for. You have a gorilla in a robot suit who's smart, only to find out that, like, all this stuff, I don't want to go through all the stuff because I just want you to put 2 cents in and find out for yourself some of the rich lore. You have a game where a man is literally named Soldier 76, and you find out all sorts of stuff, and lots of stuff is implied about Soldier 76 that makes him one of my favorite characters. I am going to dress up as him because I'm a nerd. But since the game came out, since a beta that I tested it out and I was like, Battleborn's better. I had to laugh after that. But like, I didn't even want this game and I tested it. Didn't play with any friends and I was like, okay, it's a little cool. Let me look some stuff up. And I tried it out and I was just like, okay, there's something to this. Maybe we should get it. And I have played it since. I have started over because I had it on Xbox and now I have it on PlayStation, where more of my friends are. And this game has just become such a thing for me. I can't stop playing it. I won't stop playing it because it's just so good. And it's the only reason why it's #1 on my list. It's a game I cannot stop playing. And when you do that to me, who puts down a lot of games and hasn't finished a lot of games, unless you're like a 6-hour game, that's something. That's something very good. Well done. Well done. So there you go. That's my top 10 Cliche 2016 games. You probably got different things. I didn't play a lot of games. There's probably a game that you liked that I didn't even talk about because I don't play a lot of amazing AAA games that people qualify as amazing. I don't care about Battlefield. Fight me. But other than that, guys, that'll be it for me today. You know what? I don't know what 2017 is going to have with me, with the channel, with everything going on. But you know what? I'm still going to be here. And I'm going to keep going onward. You guys go onward too. That's not the way I usually end stuff. Till next time, everyone. Always go onward. That was better. Stick with what you do.